Happy Monday, everybody. Sarah Thrifting for the Nest. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today is President's Day on a Monday, and I had the luxury of not rushing to do my shipping this morning because it's a postal holiday. So it's 1:30 and I've just pulled all my stuff to ship for the weekend. Of course, there will be, hopefully, more things selling this afternoon and tomorrow morning, so I'll just wrap that up in the morning as well. But I figured I would go ahead and do my what sold video for the weekend now. So as of now, for Saturday, Sunday, well, sorry, I guess I should say Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and then today's sales, I'm at 31 items to ship. So not a lot, not a lot. I will say that I've done a little bit better this last week than the week before. If you watched my last Monday video about what sold, you'll hear me talking about what a slow week I had. And I did about $300 more in sales this week than I did last week. And I'm okay with that. So, of course, I want to get that number up a little bit. I did play around with charging shipping this week on some things. So I'm kind of wondering if that's messing with my numbers. It's really hard to say. Honestly, my sales have been pretty decent. I am running a President's Day sale between yesterday and today. I put my store on 50% off. I'm not accepting best offers while this sale is running. And I am charging shipping. I will probably start doing free shipping again tomorrow. I've actually had more headache this week charging shipping than I normally do. I had more people trying to combine shipping and just having a really difficult time with that. And I ran a promotion in my store this week so that if you bought 3 items that you would get free shipping, but that seemed to trip a lot of people up. So it's just not as smooth as free shipping. So I'm not going to say that charging shipping has slowed down my sales, especially because I had a better week this week than last week, but it's just more disjointed for me. I feel like with free shipping, I get all the control, right? I can pad the price if I need to, but I get the control to say the best way an item is going to go depending on where a customer is. So anyway, those are just my thoughts on that. The beautiful thing about eBay is you can change and try new things, and if it doesn't work, you can go back to doing it the old way. So I am probably going to go back to free shipping. I don't know. I waffle on this. How about you guys? If you wouldn't mind, tell me in the comments, what do you guys think? Free shipping, charge shipping? What's your experience with that? I know a few of you have really good luck charging shipping. And some of the resellers in the community that I look up to the most charge for shipping. And then a lot of people that I look up to don't charge for shipping. So I feel like it's just kind of mixed. It's a mixed bag across the board. So I want to know what you are doing. Are you charging shipping or are you doing free shipping? And tell me why, and then your experience with that. So I'd like to hear what other people are doing. But bottom line is you got to do what works for you, right? So if you've been doing free shipping and your sales are consistent and that's going really well for you and you don't want to change or mess with it, then by all means, keep doing that. And if you're charging shipping and that really works for you, then by all means do that. I will say that I will probably continue to charge for shipping on priority mail items and any items over a pound where it can't go first class. So with the shipping increase, I find that is reasonable. So anyways, so I wanted so I'm going to show you the things that I've sold today and what they've sold for. Let me go over my numbers. For the weekend. So a Saturday, actually, I was out of town. And so I did not do shipping on Saturday. It seems that I've pretty much moved away from shipping on Saturdays, which is working really well for me, honestly. And it just kind of gives me that day of reprieve a little bit from shipping. So the sales that I'm going to show you are going to be actually Friday's sales through what I've done today. So Friday I did $228 in sales. Saturday I did $168 in sales. Sunday I had $159 in sales, and then today so far at 1:30 I have done $211 in sales. I did start my 50% off sale yesterday morning at about 6:30 a.m. So on Sunday morning, it's just a 2-day. I'm doing 50% off for 2 days. So actually my sales were only 159 yesterday, which isn't a whole lot. I didn't see a whole lot of motion. So definitely more activity today than I saw yesterday. And again, the things that I'm moving are really old items. I'm not really sad about the price that I've sold anything at. Sometimes like a newer item will slip in there, but that really hasn't happened. So I'm pretty satisfied for what has moved between yesterday and today with the 50% off sale running. So I had a great weekend away with some of my best girlfriends, so I did not work at all this weekend. We went up to the mountains on Friday night and came back yesterday afternoon. So just totally a restful weekend away from work. I did take my laptop with me so I could run that sale and kind of do a few adjustments in my store when I'm on early bird, so it gives me something to do before everybody else in the house wakes up. So, but other than that, I did not do any work at all in my store. So no sourcing or listing, although I did have 10 items scheduled to go live Saturday and Sunday to keep movement going on in my store. And then today has just been a restful day at home. To be honest with you, I've drafted like 7 listings for the day so far. My husband's got bronchitis. It's such a bummer. And my oldest kiddo is pretty under the weather too. So I'm glad that today is just a day to chill out. And it makes me thankful for my eBay business, honestly, because what other business gives you this flexibility to come and go as you need to with your store? So, but alas, it is the afternoon. I need to get some shipping done, and I will spend a little more time doing some listing today. I don't need to do a whole lot of sourcing this week. Probably more toward the end of the week I'll be doing sourcing, but I got a lot of stuff to put up right now. So all right, so let's get going with showing you my sales for the week, and then I'm going to talk to you a little bit after that about what it's like to be a work from home mom, doing what I do, how I balance my life, which isn't always great. And I've had moments of crazy chaos trying to figure out balance. And then I've found days where I feel very balanced. So just kind of the ins and outs of that. And again, that's going to be different for everybody, but I do want to talk to you a little bit about my experience with that. So, all right, let me pull up here the details on my shipping page. And then we can go from there. I feel like my shipping page is different than normal. All right, so here we go. All right, I got these men's Columbia khaki pants. Got these at the bins, 36, 30s. Good size. I sold these for $13 free shipping, so a little on the low end. Honestly, I could have probably held out for a little bit more on these, but that's okay. These are gonna have to go in a padded flat rate, so not a huge profit, but I'm okay with that. Next item, and again, I'm totally out of order on my page today for some weird reason, but that's okay. I sold these, another pair of Columbia men's pants. They're the zip-off convertible pants with the zippers that convert to shorts. I love picking these up. I will always pick these up pretty much no matter what brand they are at the bins. I did get these at the bins, and 4X is a great size. I never find a men's 4X in these pants. So I sold these for $15 on my 50% off sale, and they paid shipping. So they paid a total of $19 for these. So not a bad price. This is a Patagonia fleece, and I actually just listed this last week, but I listed it on the lower end because it's got this this embroidery, the Wild Salmon Center. So it's just a specific item. So I lowered the price a little bit, but I still sold it for $24 plus shipping. So a total of $28 for this Patagonia fleece. So I love Patagonia, and I will pick it up pretty much no matter what. Next item is an athletic skirt. Here we go. Sorry, guys. All right, it's Athleta, which is a great brand. And it's just this gray heathered ruched skirt. And I sold this for $14 plus shipping for a total of $18.34. I sold a LuLaRoe Irma top Pretty sure I showed this in a haul video at one point, but took a best offer of $22 on this orange striped Irma top, LuLaRoe, plus shipping, so they paid $25.57. LuLaRoe won't be popular forever, but right now it is, so it's a great pickup. So I sold, it's not itemizing these for me, but I sold this as a lot. So this is a Quacker Factory sweater that I picked up. I got this actually at Salvation Army at the 69-cent tag day a while ago. Quacker Factory does not sell as well as it used to, so I am pretty picky about the price that I'll pay on this, but I picked this up. And so I'll just say for a total, including shipping for these two items here that I'm showing you, is $43. I'm not going to do all the click-throughs to find out exactly how much I sold each item for. She did make a best offer on both items, and I did accept those offers. This is a Banana Republic. I don't buy a lot of Banana Republic, but I did love this blouse, so pick this up, and it is an extra large, and it's 100% silk. So those two items with shipping sold for $42.90. Not bad. All right, Flax is kind of a newer brand for me. I've learned about it from watching other resellers. It's just a plain sleeveless white linen dress, and I sold this for $23 plus shipping, so a total of $27. Got this at the bins as well. All right, these were kind of a bummer, and I almost wonder if I should have held out a little bit longer, but I've had them in my store for about 4 months now, so it's time to say goodbye. It's these women's high top, Nike high top shoes. I took a best offer for $25 on these plus shipping, so they paid a total of $38.60. I paid $12 for these though, because I really thought that these would sell for over $100. I drastically had to drop the price when I wasn't getting interest in them like I thought that I would. I've said it before on my videos, I can't figure out shoes. I still made a profit on them, so there's no regrets. I charged shipping, so no money lost, but not as big of a sale as I was expecting. And honestly, I really just want to sell my shoes right now. So, shoes. Wish I knew more about shoes. I just feel like there's just no predicting, and probably you have to just wait for the right buyer on shoes. But I know some people like only buy shoes to resell and do really great with that. I picked this dress up at the bins just because of the style. This brand really isn't anything. Field Day is what it's called, but I really liked the dress. So the pattern at the top, and then it has pockets in it. So I actually sold this. I had it up on Poshmark and on eBay for a while, and I took a best offer this weekend for $15. Sold a Victoria's Secret bra. Picked up these Calvin Klein jeans, but they were brand new with tags, and I got them at the bins. So they're like a really light wash skinny jean. And I sold these for $15 plus shipping, and so they paid $22.20 for them. All right, sold these shorts, just a basic khaki women's short. It's Lucy brand. And I sold these for $12.74. Free shipping on those, because like I said last weekend, not everything started charging shipping when I did the bulk edit. So most things changed over to free shipping, but a lot of it didn't for some reason. So, but still fine. Still happy with that price. Picked this up at the 69-cent tag day sale at Salvation Army quite a while ago. It's Lauren Conrad, and I find that some Lauren Conrad sells really well. It's a Kohl's brand, but their stuff is really cute. Like, I personally really like the Lauren Conrad brand. It's very feminine and lots of floral prints, practical wear as well, good for career and casual. So I personally really like this, so I'm drawn to it. Anyway, but I sold it for $11 plus shipping, so a total of $15. And here's just a basic athletic Nike shirt. Sold this for $13 free shipping, Nike Pro. picked these up at the bins. They're these Nike ballet flats. I mean, I don't know, ballet flats. They're like a Mary Jane. Let me pull them up real quick. They're called a ivory, so they're an ivory color, free sale sneakers. And they're actually missing the insoles. And of course I did put that in the listing. So I took a best offer of $17, free shipping, and actually these will go in a first class package. So still not a bad flip. I love this jacket. I got this at the bin, so you know I paid a couple bucks because it is pretty heavy, but it's a Levi's jacket. We're all pretty familiar with the Levi's logo. Pick this, it's like a cotton denim, but it's like a green jacket. So sold this for $25 plus shipping. Not a bad turn on that one. This is just a basic Nike men's running long sleeve shirt. Nike dry fit. Got this at the bins, of course, and sold it for $13. I actually have another one up in my store. It was one of those days I got just multiples of the same piece. J. Jill is hit and miss for me for sure, but it's just a plain ribbed knit top, and I sold this for $11.55 plus shipping, so they paid $15.50 for it. Sold these Prana jeans for $17 plus shipping. So there's the Prana label. And they're just a gray denim, women's gray denim jean. $17 plus shipping. All right, let's see. Okay, here's an Eileen Fisher, which is just always a good pickup. It's an extra small, so this one sat on my shelf for a little while, but I ended up still selling it for $24 free shipping. Just a plain like linen long sleeve shirt. All right, these are cabbie, and I pick up any cabbie at the bins. Some cabbie sells for good dollar amounts. These are just pajama pants, so nothing too fancy, but sold them for $8.39 free shipping. Didn't make much on them, but I didn't lose anything either. I don't see these very often, and actually just probably not as popular as I thought they would be. But they're a Nike jeans, men's jeans. So sold these for $11 plus shipping, or $12 plus shipping. I've got a J. Crew velvet blazer. J. Crew, and it's like a blue velvet blazer. I love this like back, kind of this pleated trim. And I sold this for $24 free shipping. Picked this up at the bins. Sat on my shelf for a while. It's Tabitha. It's an Anthropology brand. And I sold this for $9 plus shipping. It's a cute little sweater, but it does have quite a bit of pilling on it. This was actually my husband's t-shirt. So as he was cleaning out his drawers, it's like, well, it's a faded t-shirt, but it's Nike. So just a basic tee. Still sold it for $8 free shipping. It's nice to clean out your own closet and then make money. And I got it at the bins for him, so he wore it for like a year or two, and then I sold it. Love it when that happens. Work perks. This brand, I think this is like a Macy's brand, ECI. It's a dress. It's like a maxi, like a colorful sleeveless maxi dress, and I sold this for $12 plus shipping, so for a total of $16. I'll probably pick that brand up again if the style is right, because I've seen some of that brand go for higher dollars, but I remember picking it up and saying, well, I don't really know if this is going to sell for anything, but I'm still glad I picked it up, especially at the bins. So all right, and then this item, it's this was in my Seattle haul. It is a One World brand, so it's this velvet open cardigan with the lace back on it. And I'll show you the tag. And this is that brand that I've said before that does pretty well for me when it's plus size, especially. They're sublimation tops that have, I don't know how to explain the look. It's called sublimation, but it's like where the material looks kind of stretched out or pleated. That style goes really well for me in this brand for plus size. So I'll pick that up at the bins. I think I got that for $3, and I spent $3 on it because it was that velvet material. So the last item that I sold, and I actually sold 2 of them to the same person. I posted about this on Instagram, so you might remember or not. Let's see if I can get it open here. Around the holidays, everybody, like the whole reseller world, was talking about these babies, these Starbucks Gold Crown mugs. So, I mean, they were going for like 60 to 90 bucks a piece in November, December. So, but they were hard to find, which is why they were going for that much money. So I put out a call on my personal Facebook page to my friends and family and said, hey, if anybody sees these out at Starbucks, just give me a heads up. So somebody let me know that they saw them and hid them for me in the store, and I was super, super excited. So I went and I bought them. I bought 2 of them for $25 a piece, and I put them up in my store, and they sat. No interest whatsoever. So I thought, well, maybe eventually they'll be worth something. And it's totally true that eventually they might be worth something. But I kind of jacked the price up a little bit to allow for my sales to run. And this weekend they sold for, somebody bought both of them for a total of $90 plus shipping. So they paid $103 for 2 of these mugs. And of course, that part of that is shipping. So bottom line, they sold. I made a profit, and I am going to, I would say I don't have regrets. I don't have regrets about buying them, but it really makes me rethink my strategy about buying the stuff that everybody's super excited about. Because I feel like once word got out that these were selling for so much, people were getting their hands on them, and then the market got flooded. I mean, that's just the way that it is. So if you're not in on it early on, the chances that you're going to make as much money as everybody else did at the onset is slim. So I still made a profit, no regrets, but I will think long and hard before I do that kind of purchasing for resale. I would much rather thrift for items and flip them for a higher profit margin. Like I said, still made money, no regrets, but like I'm looking at the Lily Pulitzer water bottles that Starbucks has put out, and I probably would not, if I found them at Starbucks, I probably would not buy them, given the experience I had with these. And because the market's flooded right now, even though they are still selling for a good amount of money. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on that stuff. That's not to say that if something doesn't come easy to me, like I won't buy it and flip it if I know it's going to be a quick flip. But I don't like sitting on this kind of stuff, because that was $50 out of pocket for me that I sat on for a few months. So that's just not really my style of reselling. So that is that for my sales for the weekend. Not anything stellar, but nothing to complain about, and it definitely pays my bills, so I'm not going to complain. So I want to talk a little bit, like I said at the beginning, about being a mom. I know many of you can relate to what this is like, being a work from home parent. And if you sell on eBay, it's a very, well, like any working parent, it's a fine balance. So there are weeks that I think, man, I'm doing a really good job. And other weeks I'm like, man, I am really, really struggling. So I have gone back and forth between feeling guilty that I'm putting time and energy into my eBay business. And then I have gone places where I feel guilty that I'm not putting enough time and energy into my eBay business. So I'm constantly like in prayer about this. I'm constantly just praying that God would show me how to stay balanced in this area of my life. And I feel like over time it's gotten better. It was harder when my kids were not in school to give my full attention to my business. So I mean, on a good day when my kids were home all day long, I would get about 10 items up a day, like on a really good day, and where I felt like, oh yes, I got my 10 items up today. So that's when I was much more part-time than I am now. So now I feel like a good day is when I get 20 items up, and that's my kids are in school full-time. I feel like it should be more than that. And like I've said in previous videos, I was really hoping to get from like that 30 to 50 item mark a day, but I'm just not there yet. I'm really happy with my sales right now. So at this season, of course, I know that I could sell more, but, and I could list more if I wanted to stay up really late. In fact, I know that when I started my YouTube channel, that was one of my goals, is to stay up late and be working when my kids were in bed. But that doesn't really work for me right now. It might in the future, but right now that doesn't work for me, because honestly, by the time my kids are in bed, I am tired and I want to spend that time with my husband. So the way that my day goes normally is this. I wake up, I work for like an hour, and I try to get my shipping done before my kids wake up. Doesn't always happen, but that's my goal. Definitely on Mondays that doesn't happen. But on Tuesday through Friday, that is my goal, to get shipping done before my kids are up. And then I get them up, ready for school. I get them out the door and at school by 8 o'clock. And then if it's not a sourcing day, I will come home and I will list. And I will usually list up until lunchtime, take a break, and then I will list some more until it's time to pick them up from school in the 2 o'clock hour. So, and then I have been tempted in the past to put more work in when my kids are home from school in the afternoon. And that's not to say I never will, but I've kind of reached this point where I feel like, you know, I do this so that I can be home with my kids. And so, I'm trying to balance that right now, where when they're home, they've got my full attention. Now, there's some days they come home and they get their homework done and they do their chores and they practice piano, and then they just want to go play. And if you have kids, you'll know that sometimes they don't want to have anything to do with their parents. So then in those days, I'm like, well, if I have listing to do or some, you know, cleanup in my office to do, I'll take the time to do those things. And other times I'm like, okay, they are playing, so now I'm gonna clean the kitchen or do some vacuuming or housework. Although we have started to do more housework on the weekends when my husband's home, so him and I can tackle it together, so that on Monday he can go to his job and I can go to my job. That seems to work pretty well for us too. So I'm not, obviously, I feel like I'm wishy-washy on this, but obviously I haven't got it all figured out. But in this season, that's what's working for us now. It's constantly changing. And I've had to just be okay with that. Every day does not have to look the same in our household. Some days I need to list more than other days. Some days I need to source. Some days I need to just be home and take care of my sick kids. So every day is different. And so I've gotten to that point where I shake it off. I shake the guilt off. If I start feeling guilty about either not spending enough time on my business or not spending enough time with my kids, the bottom line is that I'm doing what works for me. And it's going to look different for each parent out there, mom or dad, of how you balance your life as a eBay reselling parent. So I don't know if any of that was helpful, but I felt like I just wanted to say that because I feel like that's probably my biggest struggle as a work from home parent, is figuring out this fine line of balance and taking care of myself too, and making sure that I'm eating healthy and I'm getting exercise and mental health, that I'm getting time to do the things that I like to do. Although I really like to sell on eBay. So it gets muddled there. On one hand, I feel like, well, I feel really lucky. My job is also my hobby. And sometimes I feel like, oh, I should really have more hobbies, because I don't have a hobby. But I'm always shifting, always changing, always learning, always trying to be flexible. So anyways, that's how I feel about that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I will be back with probably a live haul at some point toward the end of the week. And I wish you many sales this week. I hope that you will hit like or thumbs up on my video. If you liked this video, leave a comment or a question if you have any comments or questions, and feel free to subscribe if you would like to get notifications from my channel. So have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.